Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Homeworld. Alright, we're about to leave the Karos graveyard. We've got most of the resources except for these two clouds there. I've tried getting them, but for whatever reason the wreckage that is near those clouds is preventing my ships from locking on. I just don't know how to get it. I just don't. Which leaves me a little bit RU deprived. Now, it is fairly important to know we are getting a little bit close to the end of the game. Any ships you lose from this point onward are going to be very difficult to replace, because there's not many opportunities left to replenish your stocks. So it is in your best interest to look after it. Also, aside from getting the heavy cruisers, I also managed to get the cloak generators. I don't know for certain if I got those beforehand. Didn't notice them on the list. I'm pretty sure I checked thoroughly. But anyway, we can now also create cloak generators, which I might get. I might get one or two. They're very neat. A little bit expensive for the amount of RUs I have. Anyway. Now that the rebellion has been put into action, it is time for us to make our way home.
Auto-docking. Hyperspace initiated.
According to the data we received from Captain Elson, the homeworld system is surrounded by a network of hyperspace inhibitors. The inhibitors are all heavily shielded and do not show up on any sensors. Elson has provided us with coordinates of the most vulnerable inhibitor station. Our goal is to destroy the station and create our own access point.
Sounds sensible enough.
All ships auto-launching.
The Bridge of Sighs.
Hyperspace successful. We are at the edge of the homeworld system.
Elson's information was correct. This is the field generator. We must destroy it.
Well, that's being very optimistic. See all those red dots? That's an entire fleet. So let's expose what's inside, because we'll need to know.
Production underway.
Guidance line responding.
Just
Probe
let
complete.
All the ships get out.
Reporting for duty.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if the Graphel generator is recharging its systems. I think it should. Probably. But I can really only retire it or scuttle it. I can't force it to dock with a mothership, which would guarantee it be recharging. Alright. Well, we need to get in there, so...
Probe
How?
dispatched.
Guidance line confirmed.
Let's see what we're up against. Alright, that's the first barrier. Looks like an elite ion frigate. Sounds massive.
Research Division reports advancements in sensor fidelity which would allow us to determine the location of enemy ships. We advise commencing research immediately.
I agree.
Probe in position. Commencing sensors array research.
Now I'm fairly certain this probe will be destroyed as soon as it is seen, at least, but this is pretty much a clear indication of how big this thing is. And that's all for us today. Let's get the fleet in position.
Reporting.
Now I don't want to get too close. But I do want to get
Coordinates
close.
confirmed. Group 7 copies. Establishing wall formation. Destination confirmed. Group 8 copies. Understood. Group 5. Wall formation confirmed. Group 6 copies. Coordinates confirmed.
Just everybody move out.
Group 3 copies. X formation confirmed. Group 4 copies. Group 3 reporting. Establishing X formation. Coordinates confirmed. Group 4 receiving.
Now they will not end up all at the same place, that is fine.
Group 9 copies. Understood.
As long as they're getting relatively close together.
Reporting.
Right now this is just an exercise in getting things
Underway.
done. And of course my salvage frigates, which also need to be moved up.
Underway.
I could start the harvesting process because there's a few clouds
Sensors
nearby.
array research.
Problem
complete.
is, I don't really want to be disturbed during this
Sensors
mission
array
because of
available for
what needs to be
construction.
done. You know, although it looks like the cohesion of the enemy defensive forces already failed. That happens, usually. So basically the warp inhibitor is surrounded by a large fleet of ion frigates in sphere formation around it. Which in itself is not a problem, much of a problem. I mean, they're just ion frigates. Although they're elite ion frigates, which is the only thing that's really annoying about them. They take so much punishment before they finally go down. In pretty much every case, they can level your fleet. Now, we'll need to deal with that. Just carefully checking. Right, they're stopping. Looks like.
Standing by.
Cancel your orders.
Standing by.
Canceling orders. Alright.
Group 9 receiving.
Cancel orders.
Reporting.
Cancel orders.
Ready for orders.
Cancel orders.
Ready for orders.
Cancel orders. I am trying to get close, but not too close, because well, I want to play a little game with these things. The only real danger here is if I let them get too close to the mothership, or if I let them destroy too many of my vessels. So I shouldn't do that, obviously. And I don't intend to. Are you still doing this?
Acknowledged.
You know what? You retire.
Retirement order received. Destination confirmed. Coming together, looking good.
You should
Waiting
be
inside.
moving a little bit further back.
Understood.
Now the game I intend to play is little, much like just move in a small squad, lure in some of the enemy frigates, and well, basically capture them, so that I can then recycle them into useful materials. Which I find is the best way to do this, and also tends to lead to having a surplus of materials, so if I lose any ships, I can replace them.
Awaiting orders.
Cancel. Go back.
Course set. Reporting for duty.
And you guard that.
Drones away.
Now, let's get the fleet a little bit more in position.
Awaiting assignment.
We still have 4 multi-beam frigates, I don't want to lose those. Because those will be coming in handy soon.
Group 6 receiving.
Gravity
Establishing
well
wall
generator
formation.
retired.
Alright,
Destination confirmed.
sun a little bit more. Research finished. It is. Alright, let's get the what is it? Not the proximity sensor, the sensor array. You only need one of these, really.
Construction commencing.
But it's an eminently useful vessel because it allows you to basically spy on your enemy.
Receiving.
I will build one proximity sensor. No, yeah, proximity sensor from the carrier.
Production underway. Proximity sensor complete.
Now I'll just wait until the array is online.
Receiving.
It looks your array.
Destination locked in.
You're not spinning around. Why are you not spinning around? Also, don't know if anybody noticed, but there's one class of
Building
ship
from
I have
mothership.
deliberately not built, and that's the mine layer corvette. That's not because I don't like these, because they're very useful, especially in the last mission. But we'll get to that at some other point, and I can build a lot of those. It's just that they're not very useful until I need them at the last mission. Well, the last and the second to last mission.
Sensors array complete.
There, that's what I wanted. The sensors array. This basically gives me an idea of how far the enemy ships can see. Now, I kinda want to make sure that the enemy cannot harvest those other places, so I should really take care of that.
Group 8 reporting. New heading set. Group 7 receiving.
Alright, I'll give 2 of the
Responding.
support frigates to the Group 8.
Support command acknowledged.
And
Standing by.
I can go with Group 7.
Support command received. Reporting.
Alright, Group 7. No.
Green line confirmed. Group 8. Coordinates confirmed.
I do need to give them a little bit of a berth, a wide berth. Otherwise, they might just destroy something vital to me.
Group 5 copies.
No. With the carriers out in front
Reporting
here,
for duty. Destination locked
it
in.
looks like the enemy is sending in... No, it's not sending in extra craft by the looks of it. Alright, for now we're fine then.
Ready for orders.
I will send my multi-guns with the destroyers, I think.
Acknowledged. Ready for escort. Reporting. Support is on the way. Hang in there.
Right. I don't want to go in there while those fighters are that close.
Awaiting
I
assignment.
suppose you two can go start harvesting.
Ready for orders.
There's a reason why I didn't
Like
decommission
engaged,
the
assuming position.
resource controller just yet. It's fairly safe. I do need to be careful that they will not just simply float into range of the enemy, because they will not survive that.
Group 1 copies.
Alright, let's
Awaiting assignment.
go with the cloaked fighters. They've not seen much action besides me playing around with the cloaking system. Now, the moment I move close to the enemy fleet, what is he doing? Something will trigger, I think.
Understood.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, Now, another reason to use the cloaked fighters in this case is because if they get in trouble, I can just simply cloak them, and they'll be out of harm's way. Alright, I'm getting definite movement.
Coordinates
Move back.
confirmed.
Let's move
Destination
all the way
confirmed.
back. Now, these frigates are quite dumb, in that they will keep following the first target they have seen, I think. Otherwise I'll just be losing a lot of ships here. But that gives me plenty of time to actually capture them. Just have to wait until they get into range. They're still following. Now you don't want to cloak them while they're following the fighters, of course. Because in that case they will lose lock and probably will go after the first thing that comes across them. Let's
Ready for orders.
move these corvettes back a bit.
Underway.
Alright, they're moving in.
Group 7
Seven.
reporting.
I think group 7.
Group 7 acknowledged.
Right,
Destination locked in.
and group 8.
Group 8 receiving. Understood.
Right, should be getting a visual any time now. They're about to, their sphere, their vision bubble is about to cross over into mine.
Receiving. Underway. Receiving.
Here they come.
Standing by. Target selected for salvaging. Acknowledged. Target selected for salvaging. Group 2 reporting.
Alright, group 2.
New heading set. Reporting for duty. Establishing claw formation. Locked on target. Acknowledged. Establishing claw formation. Locked on target.
Proximity warning.
Yeah. That's a lot of frigates. But we'll continue this next time.